Almost all of these sets have been just so back and forth with the nail biters down to the wire and showcase that, again, these players are very, very matched in skill. ApolloKage is the only one that's gotten a 3-0 victory. Maybe he can pull that off again against Riddles. He plays extremely well, but his controller against Riddles and his terror.
He still needs that controller though, even if he manages to take it up on against Riddles. So gotta stay true right here as we're going to see the Terry versus the Snake. This time around, not just a lot of the target, but
tough matchup against Snake. He's coming right in with that power dog. The big thing he needs is that ApolloKage not giving him any chances to use it though. He is, ApolloKage had to sit down for a minute, but he is on top of things immediately.
Yeah, he said, I don't want to fight you in the streets. I'm going to fight you out with this air right now. The aerial fighting from Apollo at the very beginning. Oh,
that's it. Riddles air dodging a little bit too soon. I think he wanted to air dodge on stage, but instead went down a little late. Can't take that back. ApolloKage taking that bank right now. Take it back though against the terrifying threat.
Dropping off with the grenade. Cover, nice throw back there though to try to shark him right underneath the ledge.
Oh, baby. Really down the game up after ApolloKage. And the use of the air and the back air has been from ApolloKage already went to especially here against Riddles. Had to avoid the Nikita, and with that, go way back to stage.
Riddles always very quick to answer right back. And keep track of that C4 that's on that left side of the platform though. See him with the grenade, you see with the C4, he called out that crack shoot very early, but pulled the trigger too early.
See the grenade come out, and that is one of the big factors in this matchup. Terry usually loves to use that crack shoot to put pressure on you, use it as some great movement, but when there are grenades out, it's a huge hitbox that plays to his detriment when you're trying to avoid trading against a heavy character like Snake. And ApolloKage, man, he is making the best of it.
And instead of duking it out now, chasing him off and into the air, he's actually not only just staying grounded, but he's doing the grenade, helping him out so hard right there. The parry, Apollo is playing so good into the stanky leg to get that first game.
And that parry was necessary, not only on particularly that move, but the height at which he parried it too, because if Riddle spaces that power dunk correctly on shield, it is literally plus. It's actually not punishable for you, but ApolloKage got the parry, and that gave him just enough time to turn around and fling that up tilt out to take that game number one. And now Riddles turns to the dark side once again. Kazuya Mishima takes the stage.
Kazuya Mishima. I love it, I love it. All right, getting set up now. Got a lot of space to work with here on Kalos. Just recently saw that in our last set. Okay, well, Apollo taking his time. He says, I'm going to keep myself laying down. But at the same time, this is a different approach than what Apollo was going to go into when it comes to the Terry that he just fought off against.
Yeah, now instead of playing to just, okay, control some platforms and, you know, let you take some counter hits from these grenades, now it is time to do what ApolloKage does best. And it is, in his words, that is camp. He wants to stay away from this Kazuya, and honestly, even if he does, he still has to be able to apply that offense. Doing an absolutely phenomenal job of it there with that Nikita.
And I was going to say, it's not like he has to do all the legwork himself when it... Okay.
The cameraman said, never mind.
The
producer in the truck was like, cut it, next one. Back to the wide shot.
I've never seen it cut off like that, I think. Okay, gets the up B, manages to make his way back, but it's like you were saying before, it's not the hand-on-hand work that he has to worry about. He could use, he doesn't have to overextend himself. He could use the grenades to help him out, as well as the Nikita to add in the extra pressure.
I'll see using a lot of these explosives to help that landing, where Kazuya can be scary and interrupting the spinning kicks as well. Riddles right back in with that forward air, but he is playing from a deficit.
See the double grenade coming out, the Nikita trying to find him. I love the position from Riddles. Oh, so close right now as the Rage is going to come online.
No Furps tech available there on that platform because Riddles was too far away to make it happen. Usually you need to be right underneath the platform, and so for that situation, ApolloKage knew all he needed to do was roll away and he'd be fine.
Oh, the C4 right there too to try to meet him on the other side. So quick with it, and it could be tricky to find when it comes to the stage. Oh, he just managed to close that gap. Gets that 98% though.
He hit him into a grenade too, so that was just extra damage. Icing on the cake for Riddles, who has now found his way back into this game too, but ApolloKage inching himself back into the lead with another excellent up tilt.
Gotta kick him in the face sometimes. The grenade actually preventing Riddles from getting a follow-up there too. Actually really helping out Apollo in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many times Riddles has had to fight against Snake, but this is looking like an absolute if you'll excuse the pun, a devil of a time for him playing this Kazuya right now. He just cannot find that way to reliably get the combos off, but that one's going to work every time. That electric into the up B, and now for some more.
Oh, the grenade, the best insurance you can have right here, but he's still stuck off the stage right now. It folds him all the way down, not only cutting him off in his approach to get to the ledge, but cutting him off in that game.
He said, let me chop that head real quick. Bop. He's looking like Leslie Nelson in The Naked Gun, just hitting somebody in the back of the head and then they just fall over.
Chop cheese as well. Just gotta cut it up on the block here. Oh man.
Man, a great change by Riddles right there. I mean, the punish game needed to be pretty much immaculate because you saw if he's even a frame off of those combos, ApolloKage just gets to pull out a grenade and ruin the whole thing. And a couple of times that bailed him out of critical situations. But more to the point, I think that ApolloKage started focusing a little bit too hard on the grenades, a little bit too hard on shutting down the Kazuya, and didn't get enough offensive openings, and that let Riddles get in.
Yeah, we saw a moment, actually, where the grenade was sandwiching Riddles. Also, gotta love this. I gotta highlight it all the time because it's all so sick, because not only is it the animation of the players, but then obviously the characters in the background, too. Such a nice showcase here. But I like what you were saying before. It's the sandwich between the grenade and the Nikita at one point to add in shield pressure. He's been focused to try to get the follow-up, but you saw the grenade also help him out right there, where he wanted to get the follow-up with the down air.
This is how you know that you're watching a Tekken character. That man just headbutted a grenade and just did not care. Oh my goodness, we're taking a ride on the Riddles train, though, baby.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
He wouldn't even let him. He did so much, and yet the chase continues. There is no escape from this man.
This Kazuya we're talking about here. He goes to the ledge, actually. The downer is going to be able to clip him just a little bit. See him trying to use the grenades to try to scoop him up underneath the platform, but the C4 is going to do it instead for him, evening things out immediately. It's the back and forth that we keep seeing throughout this top 8.
And I think that this especially goes into the stage, almost comboing off with the grenade. I love that awareness there by Riddles, and Perps Tech, again, this time not working because the platform is too big. Hollow Bastion kind of getting in the way, where normally Riddles loves this stage, but against a Snake, that is just free center stage control for ApolloKage. Wherever he throws the C4, the grenades, it's tough for Riddles to get in, but he has certainly done so with this 96%, getting ApolloKage close to death.
And look how he's playing patiently around these grenades, too. These explosives in general. The C4 is right underneath him. Yeah, it's going to scoop him up, but he forces his way right back down to the ground, and even taking some extra damage is going to be Apollo. He's going to just back away. He's being way more focused around this grenade play than he had been at the very beginning. Ooh.
I like the mix-up right there from ApolloKage. Against most characters, that cross-up would have been dirty, or the fake cross-up, but of course it's Kazuya. He has the auto turnaround, and Riddles took advantage of that. No big hit here from Riddles, though. ApolloKage has to make the big recovery at 169.
Snipes him back and forth, though, from the high ground to the low ground. I'm going to get the headshot either way, and he's going to be able to roll right back to the stage. His tanking leg on the other side is going to be able to scoop him up. 181, he had that range to work with. The grenade also going to help him out, do a little bit of that extra damage.
Oh, my goodness. He is a human juggling act, this ApolloKage, man. I mean, he is just incredible with these grenades, placing them exactly where he wants to.
Oh.
I actually took him off the top. Snake is feeling about how the rest of us said, no!
Oh, so far down there, too. The uppie's still going to be able to get that here. 48% onto Riddles on this last stock. But Apollo, after playing at a bit of a disadvantage on that second stock, has been able to reverse the situation so well. Oh, chasing him down. The C4 going to scoop him up.
That ApolloKage DIing to bounce off of that center platform was so smart. But no time to think about that right now. Both players sitting at percents where they could be set up for a KO, and especially ApolloKage. You see, he is trying to make some distance between him and that mean man.
Oh, I don't like this. I want to keep this distance. Oh, off of the grab, the whiff grab right there, too. 130. See the grenade just falling all the way down. Got to keep your eye on that C4. Riddles was ready.
Oh, my goodness. I think that was the back tilt right there from Riddles that ended up taking that stock. And again, these last two games have come down to the very last moment, and yet it's Riddles that came out on top.
I love the change up here too, especially when he had lead originally. Instead of kind of letting that lead just waver off and kind of feeling like you're stuck in that mindset of, all right, well, now that lead has escaped me, now I have to get a little overzealous, slowing things down and playing around the grenades a lot more. Not even pressing a button, just trying to find an opportunity to be able to overextend when he could.
ApolloKage trying to figure out where he wants to take the stage to. And this is going to be a critical pick for him. He's going to go back to Hollow Bastion for this game 4. And I don't blame him because, again, Snake still has a lot of merit on this stage. but we've also seen Riddles go here willingly many, many times over, and it's just a testament to how brutal Kazuya can be when you have fewer escape zones. So ApolloKage gonna need to tighten up the screws just a little bit from that last game that went down to the last hit, but this is tournament life for him on the line.
You saw Apollo already off the rip, just try to catch him in that middle of that roll to maybe see if he could get some early grabs. He caught his jump right there. High recovery.
Yo!
What an opening from Riddles! Only taking 22%, but that was insane. The moment that you saw Apollo lost that jump, that was it. He was going to shark for it with that up B.
And he absolutely had it on lock. The up B is strong enough to break through that Cypher armor. Again, the cameraman, get it out of there. The grenade's about to explode. And Kazuya still putting on some damage. Stuck with C4, and that means that Riddles can't chase him up high. That does give ApolloKage the landing, but he is playing at quite a deficit after a 15-second stock demolished.
The standoff, though, the grenade helping out Apollo here. Oh, very scary. Got the rage online. Look at him now just drifting back with the grenade. He just wanted to try to actually contest. He's got the C4 on that platform, too, and Riddles knew that, which is why he didn't want to push up, but an amazing follow from Apollo to get that first stock.
Oh, the grenade coming in to save him big time. That forward tilt's so strong. That's the Sparta kick.
It's just the way he does it to shove you.
Madness.
Oh, and the C4 was there next to the grenade originally, but the grenade propped up Riddles just a little bit off to the side.
I see ApolloKage trying to play patient here, though. I think he's demonstrated in this set, and certainly in this whole top 8, that his movement with Snake, I mean, AK has been able to go wherever he wants to. Great maneuverability, but he slowed things down here against the Kazuya because it's gotten him into hot water, and it does right there. We see Riddles fire back. One more stock lets him move on.
You hear the audience going crazy here, too, cheering on. See the C4 getting activated before drifting back. B-reverse on the grenade just to help him space himself out on the top of that platform right now. Again, it's the grenades that are just helping him create not just the space against Riddles, but look how scary this is. The nice follow-up. That was beautiful. The second time he managed to get that.
And this is all coming down to the fact that ApolloKage is cooking these grenades for the perfect amount of time, right? To be able to set it right behind the Kazuya and then follow up off of it because he'll get launched towards him. He's just a master with this combo game.
Look at Riddles doing exactly what we saw in that last game, too. Just trying to not only dance around these grenades, but not trying to overextend. He has the opening finally here, too. But the down air out of shield, again, the fastest option that Apollo could do is Snake. Oh, wanted him to actually land on top of that platform.
It's a couple of drop combos here from Riddles, and they mean everything against a character like Snake. Can live to these high percents. 74% on the Kazuya, though, is not a ton. AK inching himself ever close to maybe taking this to a game 5, but misses the up air.
Oh, wait. Okay. Thought we were going to see ApolloKage just get set up on the ground right there, too. Oh, no. Riddles, the patience paying off at the very end as he's going to send him off to his grave. The Kazuya Mishima comes up.